times now. Welcome to Elliott Wave Spot Crypto Coverage. I am looking at a chart of Solana against the dollar at Tether. So what is happening here is a long-term outlook of the Solana. Let me just remove that T, and then we look at the entire data of Solana using the trading view data. So as far as this data spans, it starts here from this low, which is of April, I think it's April 6 in 2020. And then you can clearly see this beautiful rally to the upside. And then, this decline here. And then this current rally. Now, what I want you to note about the current rally is that although it has been, pushing higher and up and down, we haven't really created a new high above this one. We did take out the highest high, which was like the 260.05 level, and then we did manage, like in a form of 5 waves that I'm just going to count for you right now. So let's go back now to the Binance as data provider rather. So if you look here, we have this low of $8 per coin within Solana. And I believe right here, this was a low of a fourth wave, perhaps. So what I can say is right now, if you're looking, we have an impulse that is completed, which I should count for you. So one of the things Jeffrey Kennedy always said is that you have to know and understand the characteristics of each and every wave. So in this case, I understand that this is the third of a third wave. So this is supported by the, like indicators like the volume, for example. And if you checked others, for example, the RSI, I believe you'd get to see the momentum peaking. Well, this is not here. The momentum peaking exactly within that level. Or let's just use the MACD. Look at that. We have the momentum peaking. So I believe this is the fourth wave. That's another thing I just emphasize with you. So if you look here, we had the highest high in the MACD. This black line is the MACD. The orange line is called the signal line. This is called a MACD histogram right here. So it's basically calculating the difference between this orange line, which is the signal line, and then this black line, which is MACD line right here. So if you look here and you went to the monthly, chances are you'd see what you call a zero line reversal to prove that indeed this low was the low of the fourth wave. And you look here, this is what we have as the zero line reversal right here, typical of the fourth wave. So on higher time frame, we get to see this. So anyway, I wanted to show you that we have now this divergence here. This is the highest high in terms of momentum, because if I could just draw a horizontal line right here, you see, we didn't even get close with it, although we took out the high in terms of like the wave count and creating new highs. So right now, I think 5 waves to the upside completed right at that peak right there. Let me just put a price tag right here so that you'll get to understand it. So at that 295.83 level, that's where we peaked. Now, if you look here, let me just do the wave count for you quickly, and this is probably the correct way of counting. 1, 2, and this is the correct degree, by the way. And then this is the third, and then the fourth, and then the fifth. So one of the things I've observed as I've been looking at crypto is that the the fourth waves actually have a tendency of being brief compared to their second waves in crypto. That's one thing you want to take notice of. So let me just show you right here. 1, I think that's 2 there, and then you have and then you have 3 here, and then your fourth wave there, and your fifth wave. So if you recall, for those of you who have been following us on Facebook, we did follow that fifth wave until its end, which was basically last year until the beginning, I believe, of this year. So I think this is 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then 5. So that's wave 5 of 3, and then this is wave 4, and this is 5 wave to the upside. Now, one thing that might be happening as well here might be that this is wave 1, or this might be wave 5, of a major decline, because again we have divergence to advocate for it. But I believe what we have here is currently, a possible zigzag to the downside here, if not just, a flat pattern. But mostly I would advocate for a flat pattern here. So in overall, I would expect a move that will, push lower, at least towards these highlighted Fibonacci levels here, which is this 50% as well as this 61.8 level. Now, what might be happening here is that we might be seeing basically a flat pattern. So I will go to lower time frame so that you get to see what is happening, which outlook are we following. To be specific, the daily. Let me just show you on the daily time frame. So there we have it. This decline, first of all, is not in 5 waves. As you can see, we have one, and then we have two, three, four, and then five. That's A, and then you have this A, B, and then C of a running flat wave B, and then that's wave A in overall. And then you have this 5 waves to the upside, and then 3 waves. Now, what is happening is right here we have seen a new high being created just above A. Now what does that mean? That means that this could actually be A, B, and then C. Now if it's C right here, it means that instead of A, B, and then C to the downside, we have a possible W, and then wave X right here. Instead of a B right here, we just have wave X, and then that would mean I should expect a further push to the downside here. Or if not, things would be a bit more complicated than that. That is to say, you would have an A, B, C, D, E triangle. So in the case of a triangle, what is going to happen is that, let me just, do like that. In the case of a triangle, what we're going to have is, say wave A right here, and then we have, say, a pending wave B. So what we would expect is, a push down and then higher here, and again would have A, and now instead of having wave B here, would have it somewhere about there, and then A, B, C. But I would love that we just get to see a 90% retracement again, at least, because that is what I prefer. But having this long standing high here, I think we'll take it out, that high of 295.83, which is where this correction began. I think we will get to take it out in order to just grab the liquidity, and then after that we continue with our decline. So this is what I'm currently looking at. Between these two levels, a flat can end right here, because again, with B of a flat can end again here, because again it has fulfilled the minimum requirements as a pattern to qualify as an Elliott Wave flat. So I think an A, B, and an end here would be justifiable, considering if we use this as this level right here as wave B. Let me just clear this one out. Let me just clear these ones out. So if we use the current the current low with this one right here as wave B, would be having A, B, and then a possible 1, 2, and then we might be in wave 3 of C, which is this C right here. So the moment we reach this level, but most specifically this 235.94 level, it would mean that we now have like a flat pattern qualifying as the correction that is unfolding in this case, given that wave B or a possible wave B did reach at least the 80% retracement. So that does it for today, everyone. Have a good one. Oh wait, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and then like, but most importantly, share the YouTube channel and its content to your friends that you think they would find great value in what we share.